Welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin. You know, we've never really been happy with the original hitch that was installed by the dealer many years ago. The main reason for that has to do with where the rear chain attachment point had to be installed. You can see here that the propane tanks do not allow the bracket to be moved any further back. However, it really needed to be about 2 inches further back so that the chains would be perpendicular to the ground. This meant that the chains were at an angle, reducing the ability to transfer the load properly. When we got the new truck and weighed the trailer, we found that there was a big difference between the front and rear axle weights, and that kind of confirmed in our minds that we needed to make an improvement. We could do some cutting and welding and moving the propane tanks and batteries like in the newer Airstreams, or we could get a new system. We chose the latter, and in this week's episode, we'll show you how we set up our 6,000-pound Equal-i-zer 4-point sway control hitch system. Let's go ahead and get started by installing the ball. All right, we're back here at Bennington Tire. If you checked out my video, that's where I had all my 4 tires put on. These guys are great, and we are torquing our hitch ball to 430 pound-feet. My torque wrench didn't even come close to that. So these guys are gonna hook me up and torque this ball to the right spec here. So let's check out this torque wrench, see what it looks like. Look at the size of that thing. £430 feet. All right, as we prepare to set up our Equal-i-zer 4-point hitch, the first thing we're going to do is install, well actually the first thing we did was we repainted the A-frame, as you can see from this picture. We scraped off all the rust, any that might have existed, and sprayed it with Rust-Oleum gloss black. And you can kind of see the results of that, which look pretty good. So the first step was to put on these clamps where the sway bar will attach to. So we've got those on, all painted up nicely, and we'll these interior bolts have been torqued properly. The exterior bolts will be torqued once we set up this weight distribution. So ready to go?
Yep, we're ready to hitch up.
All right, let's do it. So we are here at the Bennington Middle School, and we chose this place because it's a perfectly flat parking lot, which in Vermont it's not always easy to find perfectly flat places. So as you can see from our level here, we're nice and flat, and that's so that we can get the Airstream set up, get the hitch height and the ball set up to the right height, and we're gonna get this Equal-i-zer hitch set up.
Awesome. Step number 1.
So the first step is to get the height of the front wheel well while the trailer is hooked up and attached, but without any weight distribution. So it should be a little bit nose high or back ends down, and once the weight distribution gets set up properly, it should be nice and level. So we're going to get these first 2 dimensions, and then we'll get it after we unhitch the trailer. Right down the center, and it looks like exactly 38 inches. We're going to do the other side as well. And both sides are 38 inches, so we're pretty level this way too. So 38 inches, we're going to record that in our worksheet that comes with our Equal-i-zer hitch setup book.
Excellent.
Yep.
First, we're always putting chocks down.
I even recorded the mileage, even though it's about 0.3 miles to the middle school. We'll add that 0.6 miles to the sub's overall mileage because we track every maintenance detail right down to the letter.
Yep, so safety first, putting the chocks down on both sides. So are we unhitching now? Is that what we're doing?
Yep, and then you're going to level out the trailer. So it's important to note our test parameters. We have full propane tanks, and I just filled up with gas. We've also, as you can see from inside,
loaded it up like we were going on a trip.
Exactly, so we've got all the heaviest stuff. So we've got the generator in there, and like we would just be loaded for a regular trip.
And even the Bromptons, right?
We do have the Bromptons, so if you haven't checked out that video on our Bromptons, check it up out here.
Yeah. So we're out of the way, and we'll go on to part 2.
Okay, now we're going to repeat that measurement at the front wheel well now that we're unhitched. So it should have done that bit a little bit. So we should actually get a smaller number here.
All right, let's get the next measurement.
37 and a half. And same thing, 37 and a half. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is make sure the Airstream is perfectly level, and then we're going to get the hitch ball coupler height, which will match up to the ball.
Awesome. This is where he's leveling the front. Just giving it a visual check.
And then Cindy will go inside and get a final measurement inside too.
Out on the fridge, and it looks pretty perfect.
All right, so the Airstream is now perfectly level. We're going to get a coupler height,
Yep.
and we're going to match the hitch ball height to that.
Yep. What are we doing now?
We're going to measure the hitch coupling height. And it looks to be about 17 and a half inches. We're going to set up our hitch ball, our new hitch ball. That's the old one.
Okay.
We're going to set up our new hitch ball to the 17 and a half inch height that we see with the coupler.
All right,
Yep.
sounds good. All right, here's Rich putting on our new hitch. That's the old one. And that's the new one. How much does the old one versus the new one weigh differential?
Both pretty heavy.
They're both pretty heavy.
My handy dandy little handle.
We showed that in another video.
Yep, it's really just a muffler clamp.
That was in the video where we talked about how we set up our hitch gear. Makes it a lot easier to pick up. And in the new one goes.
All right, let's see what our height is. We're gonna shoot for 17 and a half.
Now, is it from the hitch ball itself, or is it below the hitch ball? Where are you measuring from? The top of the hitch ball?
Yep, and it actually looks about perfect. Yeah, once I tighten it all up.
Is that what you're going to do now with that thing?
Yep.
What do you call that, a wrench?
Yep.
That's a big wrench. Is getting our new, what are those, stabilizer
These
bars?
are sway bars.
Or sway bars.
Or weight distribution bars.
Yep. Out. We're fortunate that we have the old style coupling. We don't have to worry about the ones that are the new ones. Having been recalled, apparently cleaning the truck.
Well, it's the backup camera.
Ah, okay.
All right, we're gonna lube up the ball.
Shadow is in the way. There we go.
Some high temperature grease. Nice, beautiful little ball.
It is now going to be pink.
There's a lot of debate about greasing hitches. I'm a big supporter of it. Anytime two metal surfaces come together, what I don't do is grease like every time. So I'm not constantly adding to it. Plus, if you watch my spring maintenance videos,
You do clean it on occasion and
I'll clean it up.
get rid of all the particles that might end up in there.
All right.
Believer in reading the directions
Yep.
and following them to the letter.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and hitch her up.
Alrighty.
Yep, so we've got the swing arms in. We've
Those are those
lubed
things.
them. We brought them out. And now we're gonna raise the trailer and these things will come up.
The process is just determining what height to put those little bar thingies at.
Yep.
We just need to adjust them. Should be easily enough fixed. They just needed to be a little lower, right?
Yep, I'm gonna start here.
looks about right. Looks like that's perfect.
Yep.
Probably will have to do that for the other side.
Probably will.
Pretty cool. And the wind's starting to pick up. You can see the flags. It is a cold 39 degrees. While he's doing the hitch adjustment, I'm sitting in the truck because it is cold. But the truck is nice and toasty. The next step right now, we've got the equalizer bars on, right?
Yep, so now the next step is to take just enough weight off, and we're going to measure the front to see if we're...
The front of the truck?
Yep.
That we make sure we're at what, 37
Yep.
and a half?
37 and a half.
All right, we can hope for the best. How's it looking? Pretty straight?
It's looking good.
This is where the drama comes in.
I would say we're at 37 and a half.
Awesome.
Perfect.
$37 and a half. Everything look good?
I'm going to do one test here in a controlled environment. Yeah, that's shorter, so that won't... I can't open the truck door anymore.
That's not good, right?
Well, I could put the other one on that's longer.
Okay.
The other shank, and I might do that. We'll see, but I don't have to do that right now.
That's good. It's pretty cold, so...
We'll go ahead and torque these puppies up at home.
Yep.
Because my photographer is freezing.
I am very cold.
All right, so let's go ahead. It looks good. So we've completed the installation. We've done our measurements. They're absolutely level. We've got perfect weight distribution. We're not too... It's also bad to have too much put to the front as well. So our pitch is exactly the 37 and a half inches it was before. Everything's on here. I did get the pads, the anti-friction pads, to see if that makes less noise. We've lubed everything up, and
we're hitched up and ready to go.
Yes, I was never really too happy with my old hitch setup, and this one I think is going to be a lot better. So if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up and click the subscribe if you haven't already subscribed.
And comment below if you've done anything to your hitch to improve it.
And we come out with RV and Airstream related videos every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.